Well, welcome back to Donington Park, where fans are swarming in for what could be a decisive day in the BTCC title run-in. It's also neck and neck in the rookies competition, the Jack Sears Trophy between Daryl DeLeon and Charles Rainford. Both have caught the eye this season, becoming first-time winners, and they've been discussing what's still to come with Louise Goodman.
It is a BMW lockout at the front. It is Charles Rainford then on pole position for the first time in British touring cars, and Daryl DeLeon with him at the front.
How would you rate your 2025 season?
Remember when we were back here in April and the racing just felt like a baptism of fire. Ever since then, it's one of those things. I've been fairly quick in terms of the one-lap pace, but then you've got to learn how to race. And there's no way, I do a lot of simulator, luckily enough, at home, but you can't prepare yourself for what it's like to race in the British Touring Car Championship.
It's been insightful, I'd say, more than anything. In terms of driver development, the team have helped me so much improve. It's a lot of technique things, but I definitely feel like I'm getting quicker, and I feel like I've been stronger this second half of the year, definitely.
Charles Rainford, a first-time winner in the BTCC.
Pick out your high points so far.
Definitely the Brands Hatch win and the pole position at Knockhill. Other than that, also probably my race 3 at Knockhill was probably the best touring car racing I've done. Very little damage on the car, very little touching with other competitors, and still made my way through the pack on a tricky circuit.
Well, round 5 earlier this year at Brands Hatch was obviously one of the best days of my life. I genuinely think Croft, I was really happy with the podium because it was just nice to have that pace again. Qualifying pace for me this year, I've always been on the back foot, I'd say, but it was nice to have a front row qualifying at Knockhill, and it's just annoying that this guy pipped me by 1300s.
Porsche Carrera Cup was a good stepping stone, especially in terms of the pressure you go into for qualifying. With that series, it very much is a qualifying championship. That's probably where my one-lap pace has been actually okay at times. The quality of this grid, you can't ever underestimate it. Even if you're fighting in the mid-pack, the quality and the experience of the driving is just fantastic.
Your racecraft, decision-making, all of it is so important, and when you're fighting for thousands on a quali lap, obviously determines where you start, and if you're on the outside and the inside, the track conditions, there's just so many aspects where you have to get right in order to do well. It's just nice to be able to learn from Jake. He's obviously got a lot of experience, and he's a very good driver because he's the reigning champion.
Look at Rainford round the outside at Surtees.
Him and I had a few little argy-bargies at Brands, and that was great. It was a bit of learning for me, because I've never had teammates before. When I did Porsches, it was a family-run team, and it was just me. To be fighting teammates is a different dynamic for me. I've had to get used to it.
1 point separating you in the Jack Sears Trophy, and Daryl, you're the one who's got the advantage.
It's nice to go for a championship and be in a championship fight, and battling with Charles is probably my biggest rival this year because we're in the same machinery. For me, as long as I can just focus on my own things and do the best I can, that's all I can do.
Presumably you want to beat him, though.
Yeah, of course I do.
Yeah, no, obviously.
Are you the same?
Yeah. I'm obviously was on the back foot, now closed the gap again, so that's nice for me. Obviously not so ideal for Daryl. The ultimate thing is in the car, as long as you're the quicker one, you'll do it, and I think it's going to be the fairest fight, and it's going to be great fun, I think.
Right, we got that.
Drivers, and they're not just talented drivers on track. Well, one of them is a very talented ballroom dancer, Charles Rainford. Quite unbelievable. He has got all the moves, and he did us a little favour. He attempted to teach Daryl some moves. This is quite phenomenal. I mean, look at that little body roll there.
Yeah,
he really does.
I think we should do a feature on hidden talents of BTCC drivers, and probably start off with Paul and Jade. Well, I'm a concert pianist. Not a lot of people know that, but I am.
I don't know whether you're lying to me.
I'm going to say. Bless Daryl. Yeah, gave it a go. Look, gave it a go.
Bless him. He did a good go. Thank you very much, Daryl, for embarrassing yourself with us. But no, their talents really have just. He's been a real rookie of the year at the moment, Charles Rainford. I mean, the performances he's had, his win, 2 podiums, his first pole. It's the results keep coming.
In actual fact, I mean, it really is a dream first year in touring cars. Yes, he had a great grounding in Carrera Cup, but he couldn't have asked for more. The BMW hasn't always been the best car this year, as we know, for technical reasons, but when it has been on form and suited the track, he's really delivered, and he's been a standout performer on the track and a great character off it. So a real boon to the BTCC.
Yeah, and the same for Daryl DeLeon as well. He's leading the Jack Sears Trophy at the moment. He's qualified in P4 today, so a real opportunity for him.
Yeah, I mean, Daryl was actually the driver that took over my seat a couple of years ago, and it was a seat that was maybe not quite as competitive as the one he's in now, and I could see his talent was there, but he wasn't being able to really showcase it. So when he signed for WSR, I knew he was going to be one to watch, and he's definitely not let us down on that front. He's just getting better and better, and I think it's going to be a really interesting fight between these two because they're both very respectful but very fast and determined with it.